to change gears now and turn to some other news. The 77th Emmy Awards are taking place in Los Angeles later on Sunday, with Severance, The White Lotus, and The Penguin in the running for TV's top prizes. British breakout actor Owen Cooper could also make history for his role in Adolescence. So let's discuss all of this and what's ahead. Joining me live, I'd like to welcome Michael Schneider, executive editor for TV at Variety magazine, getting ready for the evening's events. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. First of all, I would just love to get your prediction for who's going to be taking home those top prizes this evening.
Well, the big one that we're all waiting for is drama. That's probably the most competitive category this year because you have Severance, which already has several Emmy wins just from last weekend, going up against The Pit, which is sort of a real audience favorite. And I think the predictions are right now leaning a little more toward The Pit. But then again, Severance had so many nominations this year. It's anyone's guess at this point.
And if you had to choose one, who would your vote be for?
Talking to a lot of people around Hollywood the last couple of days, there's a real good feel-good story about The Pit. I think Noah Wyle, the star of The Pit, is also the front runner and the lead actor in a drama category. So we're kind of looking at The Pit at the moment.
Tell me who is most likely to steal the spotlight on the red carpet. Which actors are we expecting this evening?
Well, you mentioned Owen Cooper, who is very much in line to be the youngest winner ever for Adolescence. And I think a lot of folks just want to congratulate him on what a great job he did there. A lot of people also want to talk to Stephen Colbert, who, of course, his show is now ending in a surprise. And that's suddenly made him a front runner in the talk space. He has a lot to say about what's going on with his show. And so a lot of people are still curious what he's going to do tonight during the telecast.
That miniseries, Adolescence, I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, but that was really something that felt very timely. And each episode shot all in one take, right?
Yeah. They call it a oneer, and that's been a popular sort of mode of production the past couple of years. The show The Studio, which is online to win Best Comedy this year, did a similar thing with one of their episodes. People were really impressed with the production of that show. So that's why we're predicting The Studio to win in the comedy category.
Okay, we are looking also at some live footage as stars start streaming down that red carpet. If you were telling somebody what they should be looking out for this evening, what do you think is in store for audiences as something that everyone should really have their eye on?
I think you're going to see some of the icons are going to have a great night. Harrison Ford, Gene Smart, Kathy Bates, a lot of legends. I think it's going to be a good night to celebrate some of the icons of entertainment of Hollywood, and I'm excited for that.
I bet you are. Now, behind all this glitz and glamour, we should also say, or perhaps we could take a closer look with you at the general state of the TV industry these days. How is it going over there?
It's a really tough time for this industry. There's the concern of runaway production. More productions are being handled now overseas or outside of Hollywood. There was a real push to get tax incentives in California, which the governor did sign recently, in the hope that maybe some production will return to Hollywood. I mentioned Kathy Bates. She's the star of a show, Matlock. She's about to probably win Best Actress in a Drama. She basically said, if you want to cast me in this show, you have to produce this show in Los Angeles. So we're seeing more people really put an effort into bringing productions back to LA. And I think that's something you'll also see a lot of people talk about tonight.
For those who haven't been following this closely, where have productions been moving out to away from Los Angeles?
First we started to see other states like Georgia, New Mexico put in some really great tax incentives that lured a lot of these productions out of Los Angeles. But more recently, it's been much more economical to shoot a lot of productions overseas, in Australia, in Hungary, in Ireland, in other places around the world. So now it's not just a runaway production for Los Angeles issue. It's a runaway production for the whole United States issue that a lot of folks are really sort of addressing right now.
That's really interesting. And Michael, just before I let you go and enjoy the Emmys, tell us what you think we can expect from the host this evening.
Nate Bargatze is an excellent comedian. He's one of those comedians that really appeals to all generations. He's not a controversial critic. He doesn't really do many political jokes. So I think the idea of someone who everyone can watch and someone who's going to unite this audience is probably a good time for that. So I'm expecting some good things to come out of Nate. He's a very excellent comedian.
Michael, thank you so much for speaking with us. It has been a pleasure. We've been talking to Michael Schneider, executive editor for TV at Variety magazine.
Thanks so much.